David, China has long been leading the financial news agenda, but with its crash in 2015, how do you think this has impacted markets?
Well, China is something that I think we've become a little bit hysterical over. So China has probably almost certainly been economical with the truth about growth. There is still significant growth out there. I don't believe that 6.8, 6.9%, not for a minute, because we wouldn't have seen commodity prices drop like a stone and oil prices drop like a stone, apart from oversupply by Saudi Arabia playing political games with the rest of the world on fracking in the United States. We've seen it because China's economy now seems to be based on the service sector and the retail sector. And it doesn't have the capacity to be able to provide cheap steel. Whatever we hear is happening in Scunthorpe and the rest of it, on a really global basis, it's not as big an influence as it was 2 or 3 years ago. But there's still 4% growth in China. But what we saw, which was insane, which was caused by bad management by the Chinese authority, was the Shanghai Composite go up 150% between June 2014 and 2015, when the Chinese economy was just going into reverse. Why? Because the authorities were encouraging the banks to throw as much money to Fred Bogg in the street so that he could buy stocks and shares and get on the bank. Every company imaginable was IPO'd, and the level of commitment was ridiculous. And we had this enormous correction in June of this year when, in a period of about 5 weeks, the stock market retrenched by 40%. Well, you can imagine if you're on the wrong side of that, if you suddenly decided, well, this has got 4 to go, bang. I actually think is that if we get a chance to actually calm down and get a period where we don't keep reading for the 10th month running that factory orders have dropped, and then we can actually see a panning out that China may not be the biggest threat to the downturn of global growth that we think it might be. I'm concerned that we may not be getting the whole truth. That worries me. I think the first quarter of last year, the Chinese economy dropped like a stone, and I don't think we realized the magnitude of it. I think since then it's not been quite so bad.